Welcome to Stopped for a While. You've had a long drive and you've landed at the peaceful place on the Fraser Coast, just north of Hervey Bay. Once the tent's up, the caravan's level, and you've got a cold one in your hand, the stories wander down the road. Laughter's never far off, and the facts sometimes take a detour. That's just the way we like it around here. This is the podcast about the folks who roll into the peaceful place and the stories they spin. Did it all happen just like this, or is it another one that just got away? That's half of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah, so Mick tried to do the same thing that Eli was doing, and what happened?
Oh, faceplant?
Straight over the top of the handlebars and away he went. And we all stood up and started clapping, of course.
Cliff reckons he's got fishing at the peaceful place all sorted better than a snag on a barbie. Unless, of course, there's an audience. Well, one particular person anyway. Then it all goes pear-shaped. Rob, Serenity Caravan Park's local legend, just clocked up one of those big round number birthdays. Happy birthday, mate. Thanks for showing up at your own shindig too. And to be honest, we'd have had a party with or without you. 2026 has been an odd one. Travellers rolling in, then pulling a Houdini. Like it's Thursday, we reckon it's going to be dead quiet. Then by Friday at midday, boom, we're packed to the rafters for the weekend and the week after. Then, just as quickly, they vanish. Bloody weird, really. Everyone reckons the price of fuel's to blame, but now diesel's under $2 a litre, the caravans are flocking back. That cold snap down south helped too. Heaps of yellow and black number plates, blue and white ones too, heading north to God's country. You can't blame them, really. Now it's the start of the dry, so everyone's yabbering about what's biting, what's not, who's catching what, how big, and the magic bait they use. Well, that's where Cliff struts in, giving old Barrow Bob a fair run for his money. So here's Cliff's yarn. So where'd you hail from?
I come from the, originally I was in Brisbane, a little place years ago back called Anala, and we stayed there for, God, would have to have been, well, Mum and Dad actually owned a house in Anala, and I left there when I was 19, but only went the next suburb over, what they called Durack, which was a part of Anala back in the day anyway.
And what did you do for a trade?
Queensland Rail is where I used to work.
Okay.
I was there for, what was happening there was whatever basically come off the track, we put back on, and whatever track was no good, we rebuilt.
All right.
Yeah, I was there for 32 years.
Crikey. That's a fair haul.
Yeah. I mean to say I thoroughly enjoyed the job, and until it got to a point of safety come into it, and there was that much paperwork that was going along with it and slowed production down a hell of a lot. So, but you had to swing with the fence sort of thing. And
what did it involve? So you were a lineman?
Yes.
So you worked on the lines?
Yes,
on the rails?
Right, yeah. When I first started, there was depots they used to call little gangs of 7 or 8 people. And they're like, for argument's sake, make it easy, one here in Tugun and there'd be one here in Howard.
Okay.
But when a big job become to a point, like a safety point in the railways where the track would fail, and I'm saying like rotten sleepers and worn rail and stuff like that, well, they would congregate those two teams and they would cut one end of the rail and cut the other end of the rail, rip that out and rebuild new stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's That's heavy work.
Oh, yeah,
That's
for sure.
heavy work.
And I mean to say, back in the day, it was all pick and shovel work. There was no excavator coming in or anything like that. All we had was an old Massey Ferguson, it was a Chamberlain tractor, and he would help you out wherever he could, like sneaking the rails away or pushing sleepers away for you. But everything else was manual.
Because it used to be an adventure of running along the rail side of the rail lines to see old cast-off sleepers that were left there.
That's right.
That you could lug on the trailer.
Yep.
Those heavy bloody things anyway, and take them home.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
So what did you do after you left
The railway.
work for railways?
That was it for me, because I had an accident while I was at work.
Oh, right.
And that shut me down completely.
So you've been a studier of life for a few years then?
Since 2014.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And as your study of life has gone on, is it okay?
There was a bit of a pass there where things got pretty hard, but you still keep putting your best foot forward. And
away you go.
Away you go.
So how did you hurt yourself?
There was 4 blokes. We had to pick up this piece of rail. It was a bit of rail for New South Wales, actually, that we were doing some work heading towards the Brisbane River. And we were going across the William Valley Bridge. And that's where the work actually started, one end of it. But there was a piece of rail there that got cut off, and it was just left there, and it was in the road. And the boss said to us, I need a team of blokes to go down there and grab that rail, lift it up, move it. We went down and picked it up, and the old back just went cracking. I thought, beautiful, she's gone back in, you know.
No,
it didn't happen. Yeah, smashed a pedicle straight off the side of one vertebrae. And then my L5S1 moved 1.3 mil forward. Yeah, so I was pushing right up against the spinal cord.
Of course, yeah.
So it was emergency back surgery, otherwise I was going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life.
Successful, because you move around okay now.
Yeah. And it's taken a lot to get me to where I am today. You know, but again, we just kept putting our best foot forward and soldiered on. And they turned around and said through compensation and stuff like that, like I'd never walked into a unemployment agency in my life. I've always, found jobs, carried on, but they turned around and said to me that you cannot lift no more than a milk carton.
Oh.
Yeah, so that shut me down. So, on a disability pension, and I had to fight tooth and nail for that.
I bet you did.
Yeah,
I bet you did.
A lot of hoops you had to jump through.
Oh, yeah.
But we got there. Yep. Again, the wife and I, and she's the better half. I always say that because, when I was down, she'd pick me up and we just move on.
Nice.
Yeah.
So where do you live now?
We live at Stapleton, which is down towards Jacobs Wellway. We've not long moved in there. We were with the son-in-law and daughter because we just could not find a place suitable for us. But then it just sort of like fell into our lap.
Always the best places do, don't they?
Exactly right.
Don't they?
Yeah.
That's nice. And so you're travelling a lot?
No, what we actually do is we turn around and the son-in-law's got a business. It's City to Surf air conditioning down there on the Gold Coast. And
good plug for him.
Yeah, and he gets a lot of work, and it's always by word of mouth, because when he says he's going to be there on time, he's there on time. If there can be something that's jumped in front of him sort of thing, he always makes a phone call and lets the people know, But other than that, he's straightforward, gets the job done.
Good communication skills always carry, don't they?
They do. So they offered for us to stay there for a little while, and of course we took it up. And he, with the old aircon units, he actually had a little forklift thing there. There was no manual handling or lifting or anything on my behalf. It was just holding a drill, taking the screws out and using a pair of wire cutters.
Disassemble
air conditioning units. Yeah, and with that, we would turn around and keep tucking a little bit of money away. And then when we got enough there, we'd go what we call walkabout. You know?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
That's the way to do
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Why did you pick here, though? I mean, out of all the places up this sort of area, why the peaceful place?
Well, the reason is because my mother's father, he owned a house on the beachfront at Tugun.
Oh, right.
And Dad's father, he owned a house down further. It used to be called Jefferson's Beach. Yeah, that was on the waterfront as well.
Nice. So you know the area.
I've been coming here since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's not very long. Do you thought that was good? That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But there's a lot less houses and what have you then than there is now.
Exactly right.
It's just a few shacks up and down the beach.
That's right, beach, just a couple of beach houses. That's basically all there was, you know, until I think, well, I'd been coming here ever since I was, like I say, well, when we were babies sort of thing. We were brought up in here and then we'd turn around and go back to Brisbane because my parents lived down in Brisbane. And then we'd come back up, stay for 6 weeks, then you'd go back down again. We'd come back up for the next lot of holidays and that's the way it kept going.
Yeah. I don't suppose you can remember, it's just had to cross my mind, how long was the drive?
When we first started off, it took us at least 5 hours.
Yeah.
And today I do it in 3.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's because of the upgrades on the highway.
Wonderful Gympie bypass and...
Oh, mate, should have been done years ago.
Yeah, should have been. It's really gratifying to hear you come back to a place you did as a kid. There was another gentleman here a while ago who we had a chat with here on Stop for a while.
Yep.
And he came here almost 70 years ago as a toddler. Okay. And he could pick the blocks along this road that had a shack on.
Yep.
He could remember those. Yeah. But then he hadn't been here since, and that's why he came back to show his wife. Okay. This is where we used to come for holidays, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. I actually took the wife down to the Dad's father's place. They're renovating it again for the second time, but this time they've actually cut right into it. It's only just framework that's there now. So I'm thinking they're going to brick it all up, which is a shame, really, but...
It is. It's those old buildings have so much character.
Well, you're not wrong there, and the story behind it, actually, because it used to be an old army storeroom.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day.
Wow.
And he bought it off the government, and I think he paid, about $30,000. I couldn't be exact on the figure,
but it would have been, for an army store, it would have been solidly built.
Oh, exactly right, sir.
Good bones.
So you'd have had big tree stumps underneath it because you could actually walk underneath the house, no problem whatsoever. It was just, and back in the day, it was just sand, a sand floor.
Yep.
And we'd go up there on holidays and Grandad would do a little bit of boxing up and he'd pour some concrete and next time we'd come up we'd see a bit more concrete down there and stuff like that. Let's
bring to you now where we are, and you're a bit of a fisherman.
Oh, I don't mind wetting a line now and then.
Not twice a day. There's a gentleman that is now owns a property down in the bay.
Okay.
We named him Barra Bob.
Right.
Because he got a barramundi out the creek out the back.
Rob actually showed me the photo of that, and that's a cracker.
So Barra Bob, he put it back because it was a female and she was pregnant.
Yep.
So Barra Bob got a story here as well.
Right, yeah.
But you've fairly cracked on to his numbers. There's lots of different fish and some crabs you've caught.
Oh, yeah, I've got a few crabs. I've knocked over quite a few whiting now. And I got a nice flathead the other day. It was 63 centimetres. And I think it was the second day we were up here. I was down there on the beach fishing. And I picked up 14 good whiting. I think all up I might have got 30 odd since I've been here.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Yes, you've done well. You've done well, and you've let Rob come with you.
Yeah.
And he's fed the fish so that they're...
That's exactly
He's
right.
very good at feeding fish.
Yeah. It was funny that one particular day we turned around, Rob said he was coming down with me and I was already there. Then I see him walking over top of the sandbanks and he didn't realise how far I was out. But he got there and he come out with a bucket and he's standing there in nearly knee-deep of water with a bucket between his legs. So you can imagine what that was like. Yeah, but as soon as he got there, we never got a fish. But, yeah, he stayed for a good hour. Might have been an hour and a half. But I don't know what happened. As soon as he left...
You started catching them again?
I started catching whiting again.
That sounds like Rob.
Yeah, well, he's on par with it because he come out again with me today and the same thing happened again.
I think we tried with Barra Bob, tried to get... Because Bob was around, there was a couple of kids in a van over there, and he took the kids down with the... We've got a couple of crab pots around here, as you know. Took the kids down the back, and the day he left, he said, you go down there and you check these out. And they came back and they got a crab in each.
Oh, good on.
So Bob was the teacher.
Right.
And still had no luck with...
Yeah, well, I was quite surprised about that because he turned around and he said to me that he hasn't tasted a mud crab from up here. I went, okay, we'll fix that up.
So you did?
I did.
Good man.
He had his taste test.
That's good, man.
Enjoyed.
So you fish around home as well?
Yeah. I don't go out in little tinnies that often because of the back.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do, it's got to be pretty calm water. But I do a lot of bank fishing down home. Mm-hmm. Same thing, chasing the whiting, chasing the gar. Now we're coming on to bream season, so... Yeah,
you're telling me you let the tide chase you in?
Yes.
And that's your technique?
Yes, yeah. Only up here, though. You can't do that down the Gold Coast like that because there's no real sandbanks to where you can walk out as far as what you can up here at Tugun.
Yeah.
I mean, to say this place is I always said it's been blessed.
Yeah.
Everybody says when the tide goes out, it goes out all right. Yes,
oh, yeah.
But it does it for a reason. You know, there's gutters. I think there's about 7 or 8 gutters in total. And if you go out to the last gutter and work your way back in and walk the tide, 9 times out of 10 when you get back to the bank, you've got a good feed of whiting, flathead or bream.
Nice technique. Now, your van. An older style van?
That's exactly right.
Jayco Westport.
Jayco Westport. Yeah.
How long have you had her?
We've had her for about 5 years now, I suppose. Mm-hmm. There's a bit of a story behind it. When Wendy and I first met, we turned around and we got married. We bought a block of land, and I mean to say back then, I've never been in debt before in all my life, so I got myself into debt buying a block of land. But I said to Wendy, I'm going to go own a builder, build the house ourselves.
Yeah.
The brother-in-law, he turned around and he's in earthworks. He come out and seen the block we bought. He supplied all the fill to fill the block. Then it all started. So we turned around and started building the house. But while the house was getting built, we were in a caravan park. Mm-hmm. Now, the caravan we actually bought, we didn't know nothing about caravans. I bought this little 12-foot bondwood caravan. It was like a half a circle shape sort of thing.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up forking out for the material for the annex. It was the refrigeration panels. That's what we made it out of.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And this was on the block that you'd bought that you were building on?
No, that was in the caravan park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they take permanents there, and we were going to be permanently there until such time as the house was built.
Yep.
Well, we spent 95% of our time in the actual annex because there wasn't a great deal
No,
of room.
I was going to say,
inside the
with 12
caravan.
foot, there's not...
No, that's for sure. I mean to say, by the time you put the bed in there and cooking at the other end, well, there's nothing in between.
And the circle, or the half circle, you'd stand up at one end and then you'd have to duck as you would go down the other end.
Exactly right,
Oh,
yep.
wow.
Yeah.
So that was the start.
That was the start of it,
Yeah.
yeah. And now we got, this is our second van that we've ever had. And, yeah, we bought it from a bloke at, where was that? Towards Pomona way.
Mm-hmm.
He was advertising it and it was sitting there for quite some time sort of thing. And I thought, well, I'll offer him well and truly below what he was asking for it. And I just threw it on the bonnet and he
Took it?
took it.
Away you go.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
And we've had no dramas with it, and touch wood. But we just recently got a new annex for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then recovered all the seats on the inside.
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
that
very
done.
nice.
But that's it. Other than that, she's a gem.
She's as genuine as you come. Wow.
Exactly right, yep.
What'd you pull it with?
I just pull it with me little X-Trail. Just an X-Trail.
An X-Trail.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. It doesn't have to be too... Because it's not a heavy van, is it?
No way in the world.
No, it's all lightweight stuff.
Yeah, it's all aluminium framed, the whole lot of it.
Single axle.
Single axle.
So there's plenty to go with. Amazing. It's you see some big vans roll in here, and we've only got a couple of sites that really take the big vans,
Yep.
and the even bigger cars pulling them.
Exactly right, yeah. And when you do that, you've got nowhere to park your car, sort of
That's
thing,
right.
you know?
Exactly. So they say, sorry, you've got to get out on the road because people need to drive around here.
That's exactly right, yeah. I mean to say, the caravan park here is a good-sized caravan park, you know, for people that just want to unwind.
Yeah.
And that's you know, you get here in the afternoon like we're at now, beautiful and quiet.
That's it. There's not a lot of rain around today.
No.
And I said to you earlier on,
Yep.
funny story from a caravan park.
Well, we actually joined Caboolture Fishing Club. Now, we got there's a little bit of a story behind it before I get there, is we turned around, we got some prices down the Gold Coast to turn around and store our caravan. Well, it was ridiculous. You know, for a month, $250 and you weren't under a cover, $350 if you wanted to be under the cover. So the son-in-law turned around and said to me, he said, Cliff, you like your fishing, how about joining the Caboolture Fishing Club? I said, well, what's going on up there, mate? He said, well, they've got a big pen down the back. It's all under camera surveillance. You get your own key for the front gate and also the pen because you're going to put something in there.
Yep.
I said, yeah, righto. He goes, it's $60 to join for 12 months and $15 a month to store whatever in there.
Okay, yeah, there's good economics there, isn't there?
Exactly right, yeah. I mean to say, when you're on a pension, you've got to look for places like that.
Of course you have. Of course you have.
You've got to make every dollar count.
So there's the setting of the story.
That's exactly right.
So where did the humour come into this?
Well, we turned around and Mick's son, Eli, he's got one of those electric scooters.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, we were sitting there and watching Eli going around because up in that caravan park, it is massive. I think you could sit 100 caravans in there, to be quite honest with you, and there's still 5 acres to play in. And it's all manicured grass. And that's where the kids are down the back there riding their bloody e-scooters and stuff like that. And then, of course, we're sitting there having a couple of cold ones.
As you do.
Yeah. And then the son-in-law decides to get on the scooter.
Oh, here we go.
After having a couple of cold ones. So he's turned around and gone right down the back end of it, and he comes racing up because Eli, he's been riding it since...
Almost as soon as he could walk.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
And, so Mick tried to do the same thing that Eli was doing, and what happened?
Oh, face plant?
Straight over the top of the handlebars and away he went.
Oh, I bet that was a big one.
It was a big one, I tell you, mate. Yeah.
And, of course, embarrassment had to it.
Exactly right, because it would have been at least 50-odd people there. And we all stood up and started clapping, of course.
So what did he do, go and have another drink?
Definitely.
As he should.
Yeah, my oath, yeah. Yep.
That's amazing.
But he didn't get back on that scooter again.
I wouldn't think he would.
No.
Not in a hurry anyway.
No, that's for sure. Yeah.
And the lad is obviously still having a go at Dad going...
Of course he is, yeah.
Of course he actually should, because he's a good boy.
That's it, my oath. Yeah.
Thanks for having a chat. Appreciate it.
No worries at all, Barry. Greatly
Appreciate
appreciated, mate. Yeah, I love this place, and the Serenity Caravan Park, mate. If people are looking for a place to kick back and enjoy themselves, especially with good, friendly people around here, this is the place to come.
As the travellers move on, peace settles in, at least until the next character swings by, parks up, and can't resist sharing a tale or two from the road. You know, there's always room for another yarn around here. Next time on Stopped for a While, Brian and Kath pull up, put their feet up, and like most of us, wish they could stick around a bit longer. Can you blame them? Stopped for a While is brought to you by Macmouth Media. Music by Ben Clayton, and a tip of the hat to Rob Laffer, Serenity Caravan Park's very own legend. If you've enjoyed spinning a few yarns with us, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. You'll find us at stoppedforawhile.com.au, plus Facebook and Instagram. Now it's time for another cool drink. Thanks for pulling up a chair at Stopped for a While.